Valley Center Council meeting for January 4th, 2022 will now come to order. Roll call.
Mayor Cicerillo.
Here.
Councilmember Stamm. Councilmember Evans.
Here.
Councilmember Davis.
Here.
Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Gregory.
Here.
Councilmember Kerstetter.
Here.
Councilmember Wilson.
Here.
Councilmember Colbert.
Here.
We do not have a pastor here, so please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, item 5, approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 6, administrative agenda, city council meeting minutes of December 21st, 2021.
Move to approve the minutes of the December 2021 regular council minutes as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, we don't think we do, right? Where is it? No presentations or proclamations at this time. I got to say it, even though I know there's nobody here. Is it the time of the meeting that we open up to the public? Any item that you would like to speak to that's not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move right along. No appointments, no committees and commissions. Moving right into old business. Ordinance 136821, rezoning of property at north of 596 West 1st Street East. Wow. Could there have been any more directions in that line?
Probably.
We missed the south somewhere.
Well, good evening, Mayor and Council. First, I just want to thank City Administrator Clark for presenting this for its first reading at the last City Council meeting. I was in attendance at my oldest daughter's first band concert. It was wonderful. What a great experience. And I did watch the video of City Council and just wanted to make a couple of clarifications. From the last meeting, I know there were a number of questions regarding this rezoning. As you probably saw from the minutes of the December 16th Planning and Zoning Board meeting, the lot split for this has been done. It is done. And the reason why the lot split is done first is because whenever you do a rezoning, you have to have in the rezoning ordinance a legal description of that parcel of land. So the lot split had to be done first to generate that new legal parcel, that new legal description of land for the lot to the north of that existing home. So just wanted to provide you with that clarification. So the lot split is done. It has been filed with the Register of Deeds office. It was approved by the Planning and Zoning Board. And what you have before you tonight is, again, the second reading of the rezoning ordinance, changing the new parcel of land from R1B single family residential district to R2, a 2-family residential district. And again, the applicant, Mr. Jeff Pritchard, once the rezoning is approved with the second reading, then he will pursue a building permit in order to construct the duplex on that new parcel of land. I'll stand for any questions.
Council, wow. We have a motion.
Motion to approve ordinance 1368-21, rezoning of land located immediately north of 596 West 1st Street, Valley Center, Kansas 67147 for second reading.
Okay.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I do have a comment I would like to make. Councilmember Kerstetter has on multiple occasions talked about duplexes, and I tend to agree with him. I think we should start paying more attention to the amount of duplexes we're putting into the city. I don't mind areas like Ridgefield where there are rows of them, but maybe these hodgepodge ones off we might need to take another. I know what I'm saying, and I know that these are, this is revenue driven, but I know he's not the only one. There's been comments about the amount of duplexes that I've heard too, that we're putting up in spots in the neighborhood. So maybe we need to have a discussion on that at a future meeting on how we want to approach that. But I did want to put my 2 cents in on that one.
Thank you.
So seeing no other discussion, all in favor, raise your hands. If I have opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-2. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I did not include you in that as well, but I know that was one of your concerns is also. All right, now the sad part of the meeting. It's been a long 4 years. I know, I'm just trying to think what you're thinking. And I am so glad I'm done. No. Paul, thank you. Thank you for your service. I'm glad you had a chance to get up here and see what it's like. Kind of wish more people, I was going to kind of present that out front, but okay. But we'll miss you as we miss all our council members as they outgo. I mean, I have a beautiful little plaque for you. So let me present that to you, sir, and I'll let you say a couple things. Thank you very much. Floor is yours if you would like.
Well, I had to say that I've thoroughly enjoyed my time on the city council. It was a very eye-opening experience. I would love to see more citizens get involved in city government, even if they do for just a short time. I've been involved in one way or another in city government for nearly about 20 years. And, but if even they did it for just a short time, it's amazing how much you could learn and understand how things work. You know, I wasn't very outspoken, I know, on the council, but I learned a lot. And, you know, if anybody who's watching, get involved, please.
All right. So since it's your last meeting and that was the last item, I'll let you move to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I have a motion, a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Meeting adjourned. We'll take 5 minutes. Just, do you want, I mean, how do you want to do this? No, it's up to the council. Do you want to just throw him out of his chair and we'll move on, or what? Yes. Paul, get out.
Get out.
Okay. Yeah, take your coffee and your coat and get out. And take your name plaque too. You get to keep that too. Keep the mug. Yeah, keep the mug. Grab your name plaque. You get to keep your name plate, just so you know who you are.
Put that on your door at home.
Next item, and you sure this is your last chance? Okay.
Don't give him
Clint, come on up to the podium. I'll come down there too.
I don't want to be in the picture.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that I'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Kansas, and faithfully discharge the duties of City Council Member, City of Valley Center, Kansas. So help me God. I'm not done yet.
Appreciate it.
We'll call the meeting to the second half of the city council meeting of January 4th, 2022 to order. Roll call.
Mayor Cicerillo.
Here.
Councilmember Stamm.
Here.
Councilmember Evans.
Here.
Councilmember Bass.
Here.
Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Gregory. Here. Councilmember Kerstetter.
Here.
Councilmember Wilson.
Here.
Councilmember Colbert.
Here.
All righty. Approval of the agenda. Item 3.
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Item A, approval of Food for Fines program.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Stacy, our court clerk, has provided a memo in the packet for you there. We're requesting tonight to continue this program. This will be the 4th year. Last year was a little smaller than we anticipated because of COVID, we believe. But what we're requesting is those who come to court be able to present non-perishable food items in lieu of $5 per item toward their fines or warrant fees, provided that's the amount that you want to go with. So we're just requesting to be able to continue this program. We think it's been successful in the past. There's certainly a need for this. All the food donated goes to the local VC food pantry, and it's something worth doing. So I'll answer any questions you may have.
Councilmember Kerstetter.
I like this program. Is there a reason why it's capped at $50?
Just, to prevent, someone from coming in with, doing their entire fines, I suppose, with cheap canned goods.
Okay,
It's a good program, but, it's also something that someone could take advantage of, I think,
Right.
if we didn't set the cap.
I agree with the cap. I'm just was curious what the $50.
Yeah, I think, the cap's a necessity. I think you could probably go buy certain canned goods at certain places, and if you're not paying attention to what's in it, for 50 cents a can, maybe less, and then turn that in. So I think there has to be a cap, and
Right.
To prevent getting too much of the same thing, I suppose.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that's probably about the best I can answer that.
No, I just didn't know if the 50 or 75 would be better or what.
I mean, if the council chose, that's your decision. I think this is something that's worked for us in the past. And this doesn't cover diversion fees, community correction fees, reinstatement fees and things like that. So there's still going to be fines or fees that they have to pay. But this covers the fines and the warrant fees. And that's probably the $50 is also something that would tend to match those type of fees.
Okay.
That, if we start going over $50, it would, I suppose we would have to look then at the other fees and fines that are attached.
Okay.
Any other questions? Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the food for fines program and set the amount per can food item at $5 with a maximum amount of $50.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hands. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
I almost said item 6. Item 5, consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second. Councilmember Colbert.
Yeah, I got a correction for the report for the Planning and Zoning Board.
It can't be discussed, Councilmember. It needs to be brought out of the consent agenda prior to the approval.
Well, it's a correction is what I'm looking at.
That's fine. You could just bring that up with Mr. Schreck afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
The motion is second. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. All right, staff reports. Councilmember Schreck.
Good evening once again. Just a couple of items. Coming up on January 20th, a few weeks from now, on January 20th in the evening, Main Street Valley Center will have its annual meeting. It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m. at La Venue. So everyone is more than welcome to attend. That is an open event for the community where we focus on, again, it's very informal, where we talk about what we've done over the past year and what our goals are for 2022. So again, that's on January 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. at La Venue. And then it is once that time of year again, already hard to believe, but the 2022 Waba Home Show, now the Home and Garden Show, is coming up in February. As you know, we've done this for the past few years where the city sponsors a booth where we talk about our housing incentive program. It was a great tool for us to sell our land bank lots, but with all the new subdivisions coming online, it'll be a great opportunity for us to advertise those new subdivisions, to advertise our school district, our new recreation center that will be built here in the near future as well. So a lot that we can market to the general public. That's coming up on February 3rd through February 6th. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I do have the sign-up sheet with me this evening, so if any of you would like to sign up to help run our booth, I would greatly appreciate it. You can get with me either afterwards or feel free to call or email. But the schedule, just so you know, on February 3rd is from 1 to 5, 1 to 5 p.m. Friday and Saturday is from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then on Sunday, February 6th is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you want to look at your schedules, if you have some time, a couple hours, we do receive, since we are sponsoring a booth, we do get a number of tickets, so you don't have to worry about paying to get in. I do get some tickets and badges to help with admission, so don't think you have to pay for admission. But again, what we do is in years past, we hand out gift bags that sponsor or feature our local Valley Center businesses. We have a gift basket. Really, it's a fun experience. I love doing the home show every year. It's just a great opportunity to engage with the general public and really promote Valley Center, our community. So again, that will I have that schedule. Just get with me. Is there anyone that knows right now that I should look for after the meeting to get the sign-up sheet? If not, that's fine. Just get with me. But again, that's February 3rd through the 6th. So thank you, and that's all I have.
Hello, we have a question for you, Councilmember Anderson.
Are we going to continue the tradition that the new council members automatically have to sign up for this? I don't want to break tradition. I don't think so. It's Ryan after the meeting, Clint. So.
And he meant for the whole weekend.
The whole time.
You do get free admission.
Camping out there at Century 2, yes. But no, it is a Century 2. I am not sure of I'm assuming the mask policy will be the same as it was last year. I haven't received any further guidance from Waba. Once I do, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Owens.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to highlight that we've got an Outdoor Spaces Board meeting coming up this Thursday. We're going to have another really good discussion that's going to continue from the December meeting. And we're going to be talking about the potential park property adjacent to the Prairie Lakes and Trails End area. And we had a really good discussion the last meeting, really, fired up the Outdoor Spaces Board with a lot of discussion and discovery during that meeting. Mr. Clark was there, and we also had the architect that's working on that project as well present. And it was just a really good, exciting time to be out there on the board. And I just wanted to highlight that. We're also, along those lines, we are looking for a member. We have a vacancy now on the board. So if anybody knows of anybody, you can see me, or they can apply through our website. There's a board application there as well. Lastly, I'll just highlight the fact that we do have the Christmas tree recycle, and that is open. County's providing the chipping services there for the trees, free mulch for anybody who wants to come collect it. So,
I have a question for you from
Yes.
Councilmember Kerstetter.
It's this Thursday at what time?
this Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Sunflower Room at the Community Center.
Thank you.
And I have one for you. We get the light up yet? Wetlands Park? Did you get the pole up and?
The base is set.
Yeah,
The
I saw
pole-
that. I went over and looked at that.
Yeah, we were looking at maybe Friday this week. If
Okay.
the weather's good and it's not blowing 100 miles an hour.
It will be. So yeah, that probably won't help.
Yep.
So,
We
yeah,
wanted to
after I
give it
saw the
ample
side,
time.
after I saw that pole, I was like, yeah, you better make sure it's not a super windy day. So,
Exactly.
all right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Eggleston.
Mayor and Council, we received notice a little later today that, as you know, they're out on Ford Street doing the gas line, and they've had a portion of that closed. Tomorrow about noon, they're going to need to close the south portion of Seneca from 77th to 69th. They're hoping it's only for a few hours. They need to close that because they're going to need to bore under that section of road and put that line in now. Barring any troubles, it should only be for that afternoon, and then that same section will be closed. If they cannot work due to weather, they do plan to open the road back up during those days they're not working. So, also the school zone light, we did receive an updated one. We're looking at investigating on how to get it all wired back up and hooked up. And when we were looking through it, we decided we've got back with our vendor, and we're investigating the cost or even the possibility of switching that over to solar. So we could avoid hookup fees and electricians and all the other business when you have.
Any questions? Councilmember Evans has a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've already done this, but you're making sure you're advertising the closing of that road.
Yes, sir. With the help of Mr. Clark, he put it out on the website tonight,
Okay, thank you.
today. Yes, sir.
All right. Just because I know he's sitting here, I'm going to call on Mr. Golka. No, thank you. See? Mr. Arbuckle. Mr. Smith. Mr. Clark.
Would you like to go back to Public Safety Director Newman for a report?
No. I miss him on purpose. He doesn't have anything. See?
Well, good evening,
I'm a mind
Mayor and
reader.
Council.
I knew everybody else over there had stuff. So
Except for him. There you go. All I have this evening is Happy New Year. Welcome the new council member to join us, and happy 2022. It's going to be a fantastic year. Thank you.
all right. Move along to governing body reports. I have nothing. I've already said my congratulations and welcome. And I did have one more thing. Do you remember when I told you guys about that light, that street light that was down over on Meadow by Wheatland? Well, are they ever going to put another one back in there? I don't go down there a lot that way, but it was really dark coming through that area. And I'm not sure why, but that school does not leave its parking lights on. And I'm assuming it's because of the residences, but it was very dark through that one corner where that light should have been. So I know they removed the head. I don't know if you guys removed it or Westar did, but it had been laying there forever. But there should be a pole up in that area somewhere. Thank you. All right. Councilmember Stam. Councilmember Evans.
I'd just like to welcome also Councilmember Bass to the group. It'll be a pleasurable experience, and I hope you learn a lot and have a good time.
Councilmember Bass.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my friends and fellow neighbors and residents of Ward 4 for putting me in the position to help shape the future of Valley Center. I would also like to thank the mayor, my fellow council members, Brent Clark, and the rest of our incredible city staff for their warm welcome. They have all been a tremendous help in preparing for this transition. Our family moved here in 2013, and we immediately fell in love with this town. I never thought I'd say this growing up, but we truly bleed purple. And that's VC purple, not K-State purple, to be clear. And I am sincerely looking forward to serving all of Valley Center. And I do appreciate Paul. He's given me a lot of good advice prior to today, so I really appreciate it. And then obviously my wife for kind of pushing me towards doing this a little bit. So she's been a big support.
Okay, here's one thing you learn. Always credit the wife first, okay? Doesn't matter. The wife and the family, credit them always first. Don't, just a little, another pointer for you, so.
Leave the best for last.
Councilmember Anderson.
I just wanted to thank Councilmember Davis. And
Forgot his name already? He's been sitting next to you for 4 years.
I don't have the name plaque, so it was easy. And welcome, Mr. Bass.
Councilmember Gregory.
Just to plant the seed that COVID numbers are rising, we might want to consider going back to Zoom meetings at some point. Just think about it.
Councilmember Kerstetter.
No, thank you.
Councilmember Wilson.
Well, welcome, Mr. Bass, and I want you to look at this face. This is the guy that didn't tell his wife congratulations first. So just letting you know. So sorry, Allie. No, welcome.
Boy,
So,
no. Wait till Allison finds that out. Okay.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Paul, thank you for your service. I really appreciate it and got to know you very well as well over my last couple of years. So thank you again. That's all I have, Mayor.
Councilmember Colbert.
Just echo the sentiments the previous stated. Welcome, Mr. Bass. And Paul, it's going to be me up here alone. Come on, I got to have somebody with more gray hair than I do. So it was nice this evening. If there's no other business before the council, I'll make a motion that the meeting be adjourned.
Second.
A motion is second to adjourn. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Meeting adjourned.